I'm Christy Kapp. I'm with Dental Metrics, where we measure your customer service. I want to tell you today about an experience I had at my pediatrician's office. Crazy. My pediatrician's my friend. And I go to his office. Usually it's really busy. It's a group practice. Today, pretty empty. It's a nice summer day outside. But my daughter has an ear infection in the middle of summer. So I got her in, got to the front desk. Nobody was there but me as far as patients go. Two people at the front desk. One was in scrubs. I'm guessing she was more back office, possibly a nurse. The other, a receptionist, was on the phone. Neither one of them even made eye contact with me. Not a smile, didn't even look at me, didn't acknowledge me. Waited there for maybe 3 minutes, maybe 4, without any acknowledgement at all. It was getting a little awkward. I felt kind of dumb. I didn't know whether to sit down or stay there. I stayed there because I wanted to be helped. And the nurse finally said to me, "We need to clone her," pointing at the receptionist. I guess that meant I can't welcome you, I can't say hi, I can't help you in any way. So you need to wait for her. All she needed to do was just look at me, smile, and say, "Hey, she'll be with you in just a minute if you can hang on." Anything, simple, no big deal. So the receptionist finally gets off the phone, asked me my daughter's name, and asked for my copay, and then asked me to take a survey, interestingly enough. And sure, I'm happy to do that. That's what we do here at Dental Metrics. We survey patients and what they think of our customer service. So she hands me a piece of paper and a clipboard and a pen, and I sit down in the waiting room, and the whole time I'm thinking, well, the doctor's my friend, love him, he's the best. We come here, I'm going to give him high scores. But I wasn't really happy with the way I was greeted. I thought that was, and I don't think he would be very happy with the way I was greeted. But what am I going to do? Am I going to put that on the piece of paper? Well, I'm the only one in the waiting room, and then I turn it back into them. They're going to know it was me. I wasn't about to be brutally honest or even describe my experience because it wasn't anonymous. So I kind of sugarcoated it. And it was really interesting for me, someone in the survey business who couldn't be honest. And it would just kind of was proof in the pudding that you've got to have a survey system in place if you really want feedback from your patients and know what's going on with your employees and how they're representing you. You need it anonymous. You need it over the web or the phone. The old-fashioned card surveys just don't work. You don't get accurate feedback on what's really happening. The other thing is I was interested in is when I got back into the examination room with the doctor, who's my friend, like I said, "Greg, come on, do you know what I do for a living?" And he knew I used to be a hygienist, and he goes, "You retired from cleaning teeth?" I said, "Yeah, now I consult, and this is what we do. We find out what patients are thinking of their doctors." And he said, "Really?" I said, "This doesn't give you an accurate, really picture of what's going on in your office. And by the way, who puts these together? Who adds up the 5s and the 4s and the 1s and the comments? How do you know what grades you're getting?" And he goes, "Oh, my office manager just adds it all up." And I'm thinking to myself, okay, let's say on the really low end, he's probably paying her $10 an hour. And I know he probably pays more than that, but for easy math, let's say $10 an hour. Week after week, if it takes her about a day and a half to put all those scores together and all the comments for staff meeting the next week, that's probably let's say 10 hours of work at least, at the very least, depending on how great she is at, forming a graph. That's $100. 10 hours times $10 an hour, that's $100 a week to find out some information that's really not very accurate. That's expensive, not really giving you a clear picture. So again, here at Dental Metrics, we have the reports that are automated, the survey that's over the phone and the web, that provide that for you, and he's signing up. Needless to say. The other thing I want to talk about today real quick is, are you taking care of your receptionist or whoever's greeting your patient? Your your employees are your front line. They're the face of your practice. Now, in dentistry, it's a little different than maybe even a hospital. You're, pretty visible as a doctor. You're participate with the patient in chairside quite often. However, there are those patients that come in every 6 months for their recall appointment to get their teeth cleaned who maybe see you 5 minutes every 6 months. And it's really your receptionist, your hygienist, your account manager, really that they're dealing with. How are they performing? Are they friendly? Are they smiling? Are they making eye contact with your patients? When you go to hire someone, remember, hire personality. You can train skills, but you can't train personality or friendliness. Do they smile? Do they shake your hand at the working interview? Do they look your patients in the eye? Think of your experiences at the doctor's office or the hospital, and compare it. And I believe in dentistry we're a step above the other healthcare industries because we are a small business, and we provide a higher level of customer service to our patients than most doctors' offices do. But I still see dentist offices around the country with receptionists like that. You can't afford it in today's economy. You've got to provide the internal marketing, the customer service that your patients expect these days, so they will stay and pay and refer. Surveying your patients monitors that, makes your staff accountable for their performance every day, gives you a tool to manage their performance every day. Easy as pie. Provide a way for your patients to give you feedback. Give them a sense of control of their dental care. Give them a say in how they receive care at your office. Let them talk to you. Don't let them blog about it on the internet. Give them a way to blog about it to you. And you will keep your patients. They will become more loyal to you. And have a better word-of-mouth referral program in your office from your patients. It actually protects your ROI on your marketing dollars. You spend a lot of money getting new patients. Make sure they're staying.